what happens when you're with a company, and it happens with actors who learn their craft on stage in a company, is that when you're with that family, and actors do this, they always try to recapitulate a family relationship. You're always looking for family, and that's what actors do. No matter what the situation is, no matter how hard it is, no matter what kind of people you're working for, you're always somehow hoping that this is going to be a family. And then they break up because the shows are over, they're canceled, or it's just an episode of something that you're looking for. And that's what happened, is that we got better because of each other. The writers got better because of themselves, and because it was symbiotic, and also the network was incredibly supportive for 4.5 years, and then they got it. But they were supportive. They put money into the show. This was a high-end show. It cost almost $3 million an episode to produce. That's because, and that's why you were happy with it. People are saying to us, "Why aren't you doing a movie?" I mean, I thought you were doing a movie, and I said, "Do you really want to know why we're not doing a movie? Because we'd have to do a movie where it would have to be at least the quality, but it would have to be better than the quality, right? In order to do a movie, the minimum amount it would cost would be $30 million to do a movie. $30 million to release, it's $60 million. $60 million movie has to make $80 million worldwide. The most this movie might make worldwide, given the countries that it's sold to, its TV sales, about $55 million or so, if it was a big hit. So that would be a $25 million loss. And that's the economics of why. And
what did Firefly do?
People who did it, first of all, they did it at a price, you know, and
they did it for about 30 or something.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that they made money
in the long run.
They will in the long run. But there's a will. Could we do it? We would all love to do it, but it would need you guys.
So you guys need to see it at least 5 to 6 times opening weekend.
So if you want to do it, how many followers do you have on Twitter?
72,500.
And
she's got like 90,000.
Oh no, in the neighborhood of 86.
I remember during like season 3, I'm like, what? Man, I'm the star of this damn show.
It's because I'm cuter than you, Eddie.
Step off. My booty shorts don't look nearly as good as hers.
Yeah, different strokes for different.
There's the ego of the executives. I don't care if this is on television. The ego of the executives would be, it's a different regime. If they made a movie and it was a hit, boy, did they make a mistake killing the goose that laid the golden egg. It's really, there's an ego issue involved in the executives, and they own the rights to it. They created it. NBC Universal would have to do it. It would have to be NBC, not Simon. It would have to be NBC Universal. All right, it's up to you.
This is a question mostly for Joanne.
Oh, hi. For a show that professes to think outside the box, do you think Pete and Micah ending up together romantically fell into tired TV tropes about opposite sex leads?
She's asking the tough-hitting questions!
Or would an on-screen romance between Micah and H have been more true?
Would there have been a better...
No, I want to hear the
You're okay?
answer.
All right. Okay. Some people don't think it matters.
It's all good, man. Or would an on-screen romance between Micah and HG have been more true to the show's overall commitment to the...
It would have been politically correct, I suppose, for that to happen, but it wasn't about that. It was what the show's been heading for 5 years, and it was a natural. I know, but I'm telling you anyway.
That's a lie.
That's
It's DragonCon. Yes, let's hear from Joanne.
Both of those relationships were very important to me as a person and to my character, obviously. I don't know what my perfect world would be, to be quite honest. I believe that she had a right to love whomever she wanted, a woman or a man. And this is the way it ended up going. However, I do have a deep and abiding love for Jamie Morgan.
Doesn't everyone have a deep and abiding love for Jamie Murray? Okay, cool.
Okay, I have a comment for Eddie.
Yes.
I love your drawings and stuff.
Thanks.
And this is for everybody. Have y'all ever, since y'all like a family in the show and everything, have y'all ever actually played pranks on each other, either on set or off set?
You didn't hear my poop story?
Eddie constantly farting.
I told the story about the poop.
Constantly farting.
We didn't hear the question. Played what?
Played pranks on each other.
Played pranks on each other. Oh.
There was the poo incident.
The poo affair.
I wouldn't say that I am a prankster. However,
But my stuff isn't even smart enough to be considered a prank. It's just like...
mostly just
what is it?
annoying.
It's buffoonery. It's buffoonery.
I said in the last panel, and I guess I'll say it again, I was trapped in a car with Eddie many times with the windows up, regretting that he was there. I will say that.
I'm gassy.
I think he can fart on command. I'm pretty sure.
The alphabet.
3, 2, no, I'm joking.
Chinese alphabet.
What was is there one prank that you remember and you all go, oh, I can't believe you did that, he did that, she did that?
I mean, it's really just the flatulence that I remember.
Yours or mine?
Yours, come on.
Because if I remember
correctly.
correctly, at the big giant White House.
No.
Stepping off. Back to my drudgery.
I do remember the gobble episode. Remember when we had goggles on and I think it was on camera?
I farted.
Yeah. Do you remember when we had the goggles?
One time, I know. Aaron, it was like Aaron's first or second day, and we
I
were
think
in
that's in the blooper reel.
we were in the bronze. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We were in the bronze sector
Wasn't he in the
place. Well, and we were standing up by the bronzer, and he had to move into the bronzer, so I was standing there, and then, okay, Aaron moves into the bronzer, and the door closes, and he's in there, and all of a sudden he's like,
See, all the pranks did involve gas.
boom, shakalaka.
Nobody had a lit match near Eddie.
Really quick before we get to the next question, Michelle, S-E-M-I-N, Todd, K-A-J-Z, and Margaret Morrell. If you will see my minion over there by the door, you guys all three did the exact same amount, and it's the highest amount for the picture. So we need to see if you're willing to do anything a little bit more so we can get only one winner. So please see her, please see her. Thank you. Okay, now our question from this lovely gentleman. And you guys, I'm gonna be wearing Wonder Woman. Thanks, seriously.
Hi everybody. My question's for Allison. I'm a big Garbage fan and
A big what?
Garbage fan.
Oh, yeah.
And when you did the song When I Grow Up, you know, to help Claire and everything. I was just wondering if that was your idea to do the song or.
The song was not my idea. Where Is My Mind in season 3 was my pitch because I think originally there was a Guns N' Roses song written into the script for that moment, but we couldn't afford it. And so, you know, Jack and Ian, the writer of the episode, came to me and said, you know, what are you covering right now? What do you think would be appropriate? And I was like, well, this is one of my favorite songs, and I think given the content of the episode, it works. But with the Garbage song, that was, Derek, do you remember who chose When I Grow Up?
That was Holly.
That was Holly, okay. So one of our great writers, Holly Harold, found it. I did not know the song, but I lucked out that Chrissy Whitehead, who played my sister, is an amazing singer and musical performer. So we bonded immediately. We actually, the version of the song that's in the episode is live, but we did go into a booth and record it together. So I actually have a full version of it that's never been released, but I don't know if I'm allowed to, you know, make it a free stream on the internet or not. I think I should ask Sci-Fi's permission for that. But yeah, no. If I get a yes, then of course I'll put it online and everybody can hear it because Chrissy says. Chrissy harmonizes. Thank you.
Here we go.
How in the world did you come up with the idea for Warehouse 13?
Derek,
He's not here.
It was late night. I was doing a lot of drinking. No, I didn't. Actually, it was a wonderful bunch of people that came up with it. Jane Espenson, Brent Demo, Ron Moore actually had some involvement in it early on, but it went through a lot of iterations with a lot of different writers. And then a gentleman named Dave Simpkins came on board, and he sort of nailed the pilot. And the script that basically Sci-Fi said, yes, this is what we're going to shoot, this is what we want to cast. And then they brought everybody on board. And then once the pilot was shot, then they were like, okay, now we need a showrunner. And that's when Jack Kenny came on board. And the tone of the show was far. If you go back and watch the very first episode, you can see how different it is. I mean, it's like all the pieces are there, but it's not like in the right order. And so it's not saying that it's not, you know, terrible, but it wasn't the show. The show grew organically, and that was a lot when Jack came on board. Then he brought on the rest of the writers, myself, my writing partner Ben Rao, Ian Stokes, Drew Greenberg. It's just